Welcome to the very first episode of the Arcade Racer podcast. I'm going to be your host, Trigger, and today's conversation is with my co-host, Steven. We talk about all kinds of different things. We go over the Need for Speed Unbound, the good, the bad, what we want from the Volume 3 update, and then we've got a bunch of new arcade racing games that are coming out in 2023, so we're going to go over those as well. This show is intended to be a once monthly update for everything that is arcade racing. And just an FYI, there are timestamps in the description if you want to skip to any of the particular spots in the podcast. Enjoy. This is going to be a ride, dude. Neither one of us knows how to podcast, so this is going to be a fucking ride, all right? All right, let's start talking about Volume 2 good things. We're going to start the podcast off with that. So the first thing that came to my mind was the Rumble Races. Rumble Races were a really nice addition to the game because we have all those off-road tracks that are just everywhere on the map, but they didn't utilize any of those tracks, so it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship for me. But at the same time, the Rumble Races are really fun. Like, I wish they added more. Like, I really wanted more of those races. I enjoy them too much.
It was like fresh, like just something different, because we've been playing the same tracks over and over again.
So different, and
then
but it also made us like rethink all of our building. Like, we had to completely build cars differently, which is really cool too. Even though building cars in the game is like, it's already kind of like time consuming, and like to really get the right engine and really get the right stuff, it takes forever in this game. And that, I also feel like, I have a love-hate relationship with that as well, because coming from Heat, there really wasn't a lot of different ways that you could build the car, which is it surprises me that my content did so well, because that's kind of where we built the channel off of, right? We built it off of build videos, and most of the builds are sort of follow the same formula. There's only a couple of variables that you have in Heat, like the gearbox and the tires, pretty much, and then everything after that is the engines. But that was
the thing. Nobody else was testing engines and stuff.
Exactly.
Like actually seeing what's the fastest way to build it. So
exactly. Now
the formula each time was the same.
The formula was very similar car to car. There was only a few differences with certain cars that didn't handle well, whatever. Let's get back to Unbound though. For Unbound, those same engine tests actually take 5 times as long, because there's 5 different tiers that you can build these cars into. So to find the correct engine for each tier, you're talking about testing all of the engines 5 different times. I mean, your build could be completely different in B tier than it would be in S tier, and it complicated everything. So, I mean, I'm definitely not putting out as many builds as I was. But but this is where the love-hate part comes in, because I actually think that's a really good thing. It means that the game has depth. It means that there's a lot to discover with the game. I mean, on top of the engines and not knowing which engine is going to be the best or for each tier, each engine part does something completely different to the car. Like, it gives you like a different performance benefit at different stages in the RPMs, and so that I think is a good thing. I really do. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's, to me, that it's good. It just takes forever to build things.
It does take so long and so much money, but I mean,
so much money,
which is great. That's something great about Volume 2 update. They finally fixed the freaking money issue.
Yes, I thought you were gonna say that's great about the game, and I was gonna be so mad, dude.
No, that was good with the update that they fixed it and made it easier to do that and build the cars and figure out how to actually build it.
Definitely. I have a few comments though that people are still upset about the money, both in online and in solo. And to those people, I say, listen, it's so much better.
It's so much better.
So much better.
Could it be better?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But I mean, it's like night and day compared to Volume 1, Volume 2.
Night and day. Yeah, it's so much better. So that's a positive. It goes into the positive column for good things about Volume 2, I think. Another good thing that I thought was that they fixed the train. They fixed it. Like, you say what you want about the fix itself, but it's actually fixed. I have not raced Rapid Transit and hit that train one time. Not one time have I hit that train since the Volume 2 update. And so it is fixed. So all you people out there that are listening to this that are like, I'm not playing Unbound anymore because I keep hitting that fucking train, it's fixed. They fixed it.
I've only seen it twice too.
Oh,
The amount of times we've raced it.
do you think they actually
seen it as many?
really?
I don't know if that's part of it, but I don't see it as often. And when I do, you can see they shortened it.
They definitely shortened it.
So you can get around the train at least. So
yeah, definitely. Super pumped on that. Super pumped on that. You got any other good things about Volume 2 update? How about cops?
The cops, they're there.
I
don't know.
All right.
I don't not like the cops, but
I kind of set you up for that because I know how you feel about the cops already. We'll save that for the next topic, which is the bad things of Unbound Volume 2. I want to dive into the money just a little bit more because I feel like it was one of the biggest changes that they made, and I think it's important for people to realize that Criterion realized that it was wrong. Like, they could have just stuck by it, right? I mean, the game itself is full of all of these mechanics that make you grind out. Like, the challenges to unlock cars are absolutely ridiculous. They take way too long, okay? It has the story mode where you have to go day, night, day, night, day, night until you get to the qualifier, even though you might have enough money and the right car to race the qualifier. You still have to go day, night in order to get there. So, like, there's all these little mechanics that make you sort of have to grind it. And so I feel like they could have just left it. Like, they really could have. It would have pissed off the community, but I think it was sort of the way they designed the whole game was with this like sort of artificial, I don't know, man. It was like artificially lengthened. You know, it was really, but I think what they realized is that the number of players that just saw it and were like, I am not grinding that far. I'm just not going to do it. And they went to places like Cheat Engine and, Frosty, and they were able to, at least the PC players did. Console players used the qualifier glitches, and I mean, it was just super apparent that the economy was off. And so I commend them for, admitting that they fucked up, and they fixed it. And to be honest with you, I actually like where it's at, and I think there's still quite a few people that are like complaining about it, but I actually like where it's at. I think it's just grindy enough to make me want to keep playing, but like, it's not flooding the economy, Yeah,
it's definitely not too easy to make money. Like,
I feel like I would be way more bored if I had $1 billion in the bank.
Yeah, that's an issue. It's like you do a couple races and you got $1 million or whatever. It's like, okay, and then what do you do?
Exactly.
So it's nice that you have to race still to get the money, but it's better than getting 30 grand for 3 races in a row.
Exactly. And if you're just watching this and you don't know the Volume 2 update very well, we are not doing it justice at all. You should go watch one of my videos where I review the Volume 2 update or give you some pointers on it, because we're not doing it justice at all. But hopefully this.
It's a great update. It really is. I thought it was good.
What I think happened is this is where they wanted to release the game. Okay. Whoa, with the camera. Okay, we're gonna do this. My face is blurry. We're doing this. This is where they wanted to release the game, right? But they didn't have enough time, so they released it here. And then they used the Volume 2 update to bring it up to here. That's what happened. And now the game is exactly where they wanted it when they launched.
Yeah. I feel like it's in a pretty good spot right now.
I think it's I don't know that it's in a great spot, but I think it's in a good spot given the fact of where it started. I think I think it's at a point now where they can start building on it. The Volume 3 update should be something where they can build upon the game, give us more than what we started with, and hopefully we get some cool new features. But let's talk about some of the bad things with Volume 2.
Okay.
Because I think, as I was trying to lead you into it with the cops a little earlier, I think the cops being added is actually a good thing. I just don't think the way that they implement them was very good. Actually, I take that back. Part of the way they implemented it wasn't very good. The fact that it's like free and open and you don't have to get into cop chases if you don't want to. They're just kind of there roaming around. It's not a big deal. I like that. I think that's good. I think it's good. But if you wanted to get into a cop chase, if you want to try to make money doing cop chases, you can't. Well, you can, but it's like it takes forever and it doesn't work.
Yeah, it does take a while.
You know, you have to be so strategic with like a friend in order to really make money with that, and it's so boring. The one thing that they could change with the cop chases to make it so good would just be to add the ability to have unlimited heat levels. If you had unlimited heat levels, the cops would be so fun. It would turn into like this mini game, like zombies for Call of Duty. It's just like, how long can you survive? And they don't have to spawn more and more and more cop cars. You just have to give the ones that are there more and more health.
More health, yeah, more health,
and just more aggressive. That's it. So each wave,
I think that'd be cool.
Each wave just needs to be more aggressive. And what happens when you? So here's my full idea. So if you get to heat 5, and then the countdown timer starts, you know, at the top it tells you reinforcements coming. What happens is the next wave that comes in upgrades all of the current cops. Everybody gets a health bump. All of the ones that are currently chasing you, they all get health bumps, and new cops come in. And then there's like a max, you know, like say, I don't know, 6 or 7 total cops chasing you, because if you have 6 or 7 on you, obviously you're not escaping right then. But also, you don't want to break the servers. You want it to kind of be, you can't have just like unlimited police cars coming, although that would be kind of interesting. But so anyway, you have like 6 or 7 cops total, max. They all receive health bumps, and their aggressiveness gets bumped just a little bit, like each one. And I want to get to like heat level 100. I would literally do it on streams. I would do like 4-hour streams where I'm just running from the cops. Like I've done it with heat. I did the rep streams with heat where you just go out and just try to survive. You know, get 8. See, that's the thing with heat though too, is you have that. It's not like tied to the cops or whatever, but you have that mechanic of like gaining rep at night. So it is in a sense sort of a survival mini game, which is awesome. I mean, I want that for Unbound. So excuse me, if they can figure that out, some way to have unlimited cops, that'd be great. But anyway, the Volume 2 bad things, the cops I would put in that category because they're just useless. They're just so bad. You can run away from them in with 50 miles an hour. You can get away from them.
The only time I interact with them is for like the daily challenge money.
Exactly.
It's like escape this many cops. And it's like, okay, I guess I'll do that real quick. Other than that, it's just a waste of time.
Complete waste of time.
Yep.
Complete waste of time. So yeah, anyway, I'd put that under the bad category for sure. You got any other bad ones? That's my only bad one right now.
I guess for bad, it's not really bad, but a weird one would be the new car they added. The Maybach or Maybach, whatever it's called. Like,
yeah,
it was just such a weird, like, I don't know. I don't get why they added that one. It seems like the car itself isn't terrible, but nobody's using it. Right. I haven't seen anybody racing it because it's not that great.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And it's also like, I don't know why they added like a luxury car.
Yeah.
As their selling point for Volume 2, like, oh, new car, check out.
But they didn't
luxury car.
They didn't use it to sell it though either. It was like a mystery car. It was like blacked out. You didn't know what it was. It was like question marks, mystery car. And so there was like this. Yeah, they didn't even have it on the marketing materials. So either they knew that it wasn't a very good option, or it was just like, I don't know, maybe thrown in at the last second, or I don't know, man. It seems to me like they go with like, maybe it's part of the theme of the overall theme of the game. Like it's very like the ASAP Rocky sort of, I don't even know, man. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Is it
It
a
was just
desirable
weird.
car? Like, to be honest with you, I know nothing about the My Box series cars. I don't know anything about them other than they're expensive and they're
Hmm.
like a super luxury,
It's a
like
super nice
super
car.
super luxury car. That's all I know. So I don't even
Right.
know like where. How does that fit into this game?
That's what I'm
How?
saying. Like for a racing game, like there's all these other cars that you could have added that people would have been stoked about. It's like nobody cares about a new freaking Maybach.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know. Like, okay, it actually looks really good though.
It does. It does look really
Like
good.
especially when you customize it, it looks
Hmm.
nice, and I would drive that in a heartbeat. So we'll
Right.
get that out of the way. But as far as an addition to the game, I just don't think it's that good. I agree
Yeah,
with
it
you.
was
I don't.
weird.
I think that's in
It
the
was
bad
weird, man.
category for sure. I also this that made me think about something. The promotional material for Volume 2, the marketing,
Yep.
the trailer, it was so bad. It was so bad. It didn't
Hmm.
say anything about what the actual update was.
It's
It
true.
it literally was like cops online, keys to the city, two reskinned cars. That's what you're
Yeah.
getting. And it was like, but anyway, the marketing material was absolutely horrible, horrible. And
Hmm.
I don't want to like get anybody in trouble at Criterion or EA or whatever, but it was bad. They need to just highlight the things that the community wanted to see. And the biggest problem was the economy, and they fixed that. If that was in the update trailer, it said, 2 times larger payouts or what. You don't even have to like go crazy with it. Just
Yeah. Just mention they didn't mention one thing that they did.
no.
They were like, "Hey, you can buy these keys to the city, which just shows you where everything's at on the map. You can buy EA Play and get this skin for a car, basically this body
Exactly.
kit for a car that's been in the game."
Yep.
And then it's like we didn't fix. I don't know. It was weird. It's an update. You didn't tell us what you updated. But
Exactly. They didn't say
they
anything
did
about the
great
bugs.
things.
Dude, if
Yeah.
if they would have had like one graphic screen that just listed, didn't even have to list, just give me the number. Like
Of this many bug
400
fixes.
bugs fixed.
Yeah.
Would have been
That'd
like,
be sick.
let's go, dude.
Yeah, and then like they didn't mention they rearranged all the playlists. Like a bunch of the playlists, they shuffled around the races in them, and now there's like races that were in certain classes that you can now race in other classes. Like there's
Exactly.
S tier races in A class or whatever.
Yeah, dude. One of
They
the
didn't mention anything.
No. And dude, the shuffling of the playlist is great. And the fact that,
Hmm.
like you said, they added races that were like, say, B tier. Now you can do them in S. I love
Hmm.
it. Dude, it feels
Yeah,
like, it honestly
it's great.
feels like a new race because you get into like an S class, or like, let's say you're in S, you kind of like, you're used to the races you get in S. And all of a
Hmm.
sudden you thrown into like a riding the L, which is a B tier race. And you're
Yeah,
like,
little short, twisty
what is
ones.
this? And it
Yep.
was just exciting for a little bit. So, that was awesome. Now I just want to go back to the keys of the city real quick because the the trailer shows the keys to the city and it shows this map and there's this like division across the map and then there's like
Hmm.
explore. It said something like okay,
Like
I
unlock the keys to the
listen,
city or something
unlock.
like
Yeah, it was
that.
like unlock the city or something like that, right? So I was like, I got confused, and I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe I am, and I'm stupid. But we're gonna show this on screen. You can see it. It looks like there's more map. It looks like there
Yeah.
was more map, and I
Because
was
they
excited.
had it like grayed out underneath,
Yes,
and then it's like unlock it, and then it shows it like boom, and it's like what?
exactly. I was like, dude, what? I was so and I don't think the audience knows this because I didn't really talk about it, but or I think I talked about it on one stream one time, but a little behind the scenes here. I had a video completely done. It was done, and it was uploaded, and my title, all the tags, everything was done. I was one click away from publishing it, and I thought, let me go back and read the article the article they posted along with the trailer. And as I'm reading it, I'm going, "Oh no. I just reported in my video that there's more map, that they're extending the map." Man, would I've looked stupid. I'm so glad I decided to do that cuz I really would have looked dumb. But
Yeah.
anyway, I thought the marketing material was terrible. And I just think there's a lot to improve. The Volume 2 update did a lot of good things. A lot of things that we haven't even mentioned here. But it just really, to me, it made the game much more enjoyable simply because of the economy. It made it to where I didn't feel pressured to not spend my money. Like, I'm not even joking with you. I didn't customize any cars ever. I was just building. I just left the cars the way they were. They were stock. I didn't do any customizing because I didn't want to spend my money on customization rather than engines. I was trying to test everything. So anyway, I'm just excited that they fixed the economy. That made it 100% more enjoyable for me. But I still think we're missing a lot of players. And I think that the Volume 3 update, which was confirmed, it has a chance to make the game better than Need for Speed Heat, which I think a lot of people are questioning right now. Is Heat better than Unbound? And I guess depending on who you ask, people do like Heat a little bit better, which is, it's kind of weird because there was a lot of people shitting on it, like not even 6 months after it was released, like how bad the story was or how short it was or the net coding or the clipping or the whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like people shit on it a lot. And now that Unbound's out and they're like, oh my God, he's so much better. But I don't really think that way. I don't subscribe to that idea. I actually think Heat is better right now, but I think Unbound has better potential. Now, I don't know this 100%, but I'm pretty sure that we're getting 2 more updates. We're getting a Volume 3 and a Volume 4. Pretty sure. Because what they said was 1 year of content. And so I think we get the release, which gives us 3 months. Volume 2 gives us 6 months. Volume 3 gives us 9 months. Volume 4 gives us the year. And so I think we're getting Volume 3 and Volume 4. And so my hope is that Volume 3 is good. It's good. And so I think this is a good time to go through. I asked you to put a list together of 5 things you want from Volume 3. I think this is a great time to go through that.
Well, so the first thing that needs to be done, needs is the race invite location. when you're in the garage building your car, people send invites. It goes right over your rating of your car. You can't see anything. We've talked about it a million times in a million videos.
Please.
It still hasn't fit. I don't know. It seems like they could just throw a little hot fix out, whatever. But anyways, that needs to happen.
I haven't done any coding ever. Well, that's not true. I tried a little bit of coding. I don't even know how to do it. But I'll tell you this. It was to move something around on screen, like a visual, a box, a container, whatever. You just typed in different values for the X and the Y coordinates. And so I don't know. It could be way more complicated than that. However, it needs to be fixed.
Yeah. And they changed the UI with the Volume 2 update.
They did.
They added and changed stuff in the UI, but they left this.
They did.
Which is like, you were already doing it. And you were already moving stuff around in the UI.
With the exception of that invite, dude, the UI is actually pretty good.
It's really good.
Okay, take that back. With the exception of the race invite and the way they have the cars laid out inside, like the store part of it, or like your collection of cars. I don't like this horizontal scrolling BS. Give us categories. Give us what Forza has, like these boxes, and give us something. It's so hard to get to Volvo. Like Jesus, man. Well,
they didn't make it so you could do
a reverse sort. Yes, order. But then that does nothing for Mercedes when they're right in the middle of the alphabet. So fix it, dude. Just let me sort by manufacturer, but let me sort it. I don't want it alphabetized. Let me sort and just give me all the Mercedes. Mercedes is Mercedes. Yep, that's it.
We need some more Mercedes.
All right, what else you got? Sorry.
Well, I thought this because the other day I went through and I went back into the story mode and I was driving around doing all like the car delivery stuff.
Okay.
Because I was just unlocking everything like in the store, So when you go to what is it, like specialty or something like that? Custom? You buy custom, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
So I was going through and doing all those and I realized all those delivery races and stuff.
Yeah.
Are awesome.
They are pretty cool.
They're like really cool little tracks and stuff. So I was thinking for the new one, obviously, we want more races, but they can
Yeah.
even just incorporate those as like
Yeah.
smaller races
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
But put them, dude,
you know,
how cool, just to add on to that idea, how cool would it be is if we took those deliveries and just made them like phone calls in the online mode, and like 2 people would get it in the server who are just free roaming. So they would just randomly select 2 people, give them the call, and they both accept. And then it becomes like a point-to-point race with sort of like Forza Horizon 5's like BR mode or whatever it is. I forget what that mode is called. But you know when you're like in the BR mode and then it like you come near someone and you can challenge them and then you guys have a point-to-point race.
yeah,
Dude, just do that. Just
that'd be
like
cool. That's actually a good idea.
a little call, like a little like, and then you like both accept it and you take off.
Yeah, or like they can even do it like how like you've just been streaming Underground.
Yeah,
Like, you know, when you pull up to the other guy and you
Yeah.
start a race. And
exactly, dude. And
that could be cool too.
Yeah, dude. And you could make it to where like, you know, both parties have to accept it, right? You have to have that. But still, dude, it would be rad, like a little like random point-to-point race, or you know, or the underground thing. That'd be cool. That'd be cool too. I don't know. Anyway, I like
That'd
it.
be sick. And the third thing on my list here is leaderboards. I think that we need to be able to see. I don't know why it tells you the times of your races,
Yep.
and I have to either write them down or take a picture myself,
Exactly.
so I can keep a list of, you know, my best times and stuff. It doesn't even have to be like against other people. If they can even just keep track of your own best time per track. Just this was your best time.
Would
Like,
you?
that would
Let me
be awesome.
let me ask you a question. Would you accept if it just showed you whether you beat it or not? Like
Sure.
it gives you the time,
Sure.
and like let's say you beat it, right?
Mhm.
But it doesn't tell you what the time is. It just
It
says
says, like,
you
new
beat,
personal best.
yes, new personal best.
That would be awesome. I take it. I would take
Dude,
it.
the bar is so low, dude.
I would take it.
The
That
bar
would
is
be
so
cool
low.
though, right?
I mean, yes,
at
of
least-
course, I would like that.
Where it is now, it's like, oh, that felt pretty fast. Let me scroll through a million different things here
Dude,
to see where the race is.
I'm gonna when we're going through the editing on this, I'm gonna put up all my races and my times. I keep track of everything on a spreadsheet, and it's too complicated, bro. Dude, help us out, Criterion, please help us out. Throw some sort of like little nugget of leaderboards, please.
That would be awesome.
It'd be great.
Yep. From a fourth thing, I would also like to see maybe a little bit more car balancing. It's not too bad where it's at right now, but it is still pretty like meta heavy. Like you get into races and it's always you see, depending on the class, it's like, am I racing a Testarossa? Am I racing an RSR? Oh, you want to do S plus? Okay, get the Regera out. But it's not as bad because, I mean, I don't know. You run into people who just build the meta cars, but they also aren't good at racing, so
True.
they lose anyways. So
True.
it's like,
Yeah.
But I think like a better balance to where there's not as many.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that would be pretty good.
I agree. Adjust the meta.
Mm-hmm.
The RSR is really good in a bunch of classes. I made a video that said the RSR, the king has fallen or whatever. RSR has fallen. I can't remember what I put on the thumbnail, but it's true in some respects because technically it's not the fastest car in the game.
Right.
That is the Regera. But it is the fastest car in certain classes.
Couple classes it is, yeah.
Yeah. So it is still very strong. But I would love to see a meta shift. Not even just a shift, just, you know, rebalance. Just make it a little more balanced. Because the thing with Need for Speed is that it's a customization game first, I think,
Right.
and then a racing game second, which is kind of weird to say, but it is. Like, racing comes second in Need for Speed games, and it has been like that probably for a little while now. So people want to drive the car that they want to drive, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to have to drive the meta car. Exactly. Like, dude, I really like the Maybach and the way it looks. I want to drive it. Anyway, go ahead. Last thing.
The last thing would just be just regular like connection and like desync and stuff fixes. Just they fixed apparently with the volume 2 they said they fixed that, right? Like they said something along the lines of that.
They addressed
still seems like it's pretty bad.
They
You still get a
addressed
whole lot of not on my screen type on, you know? Like,
so they said they addressed the desync, and I think it's complete bull. I mean, they might have worked on it, but it's, dude, it's every race. It's, did I just hit you? Oh, no, not on my screen. I'm like, dude, I smashed you on my screen.
yeah.
Or like you get magnetized together, and then like I've had it to where a car, the game doesn't register where the other player's car is. He comes into me, we get magnetized together, and then all of a sudden, boom, I get thrown. So, yeah, they need to fix it.
Even with like the traffic.
Yes.
A car in front of you, near misses a traffic car, it registers on your screen that they hit it.
Yep.
And it goes flying into you, or they're like, I was 5 feet away from it, or whatever,
So that I think definitely needs to be adjusted, because I think, I don't know, but I think what's happening is like, let's say you're in the left lane on a 2-lane road, and you're going, you don't have any cars in front of you, but on my screen you do. So when you go through that traffic car on your screen, you're just driving with nothing, but it registers on my screen that you hit that car, and then it causes chaos for me. The one thing that they did fix with the Volume 2 update with regards to the traffic is the delayed reaction. It used to be delayed to where like you would drive by a car trying to get a near miss, and then you'd be gone like, I don't know, 400 yards down the road, and then the car would start to veer because he got hit. They did fix that. It's more instant now, which is better. But like, let's go one extra step and try to get the traffic synced up on both.
At least. Yeah.
Let's try to get it synced. But I agree. I think that's a good fix as well. All right, you ready for my top 5? Top 5 things to fix with the Volume, not fix, but to add or whatever, things that I want with the Volume 3 update.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The first one, I don't know if you're going to be able to guess this or not, but I want them to move the invite screen, invite to the left of the screen, please.
Pretty similar.
Move the invite to the left, please.
Nice.
Number 2, I want to be able to repeat the activities. I want to be able to repeat the speed traps, the speed zones, and the hot laps. The billboards and collectibles, whatever, I'm not going to do those again. But the activities, the drift zones, speed traps, speed zones, and hot laps. I want to be able to do those as many times as I want, because that introduces new methods for earning money online. And gotcha. I think you don't even have to keep the payouts the same. When you beat a rival, you get 5,500, I believe, for hot laps. And I think it's the same across the other activities, but I'm not 100% sure. But if I could repeat those, hot laps only take 15 to 25 seconds, depending on which lap you're on. And if I could do that lap over and over again, like a freak that just wants to grind that hot lap over and over again, I want to be able to make, at least like, let's say 4,000 instead of 55. But dude, that is right in line with the races. It's right in line. I've calculated it out. It calculates out to be just as lucrative as just going up to Old Town Road, which is, I think it's an A+ endurance race.
Sunrow is A+, yeah, I think.
A+ endurance. It's the shortest endurance race in the game, and it's the, meaning like time-wise, I don't know about mileage, but time-wise, it's the shortest endurance. It only takes about 3.5 to 4 minutes, and when you're done with it, you end up with like 38,000, and that's just you and one other player. You have a full lobby, it ends up being more. So the thing is, hot laps, if you calculate it out, it's around the same in terms of payout. So please, it's not going to break the economy. Just let me grind the way I want to grind, all right? It's already grindy enough. I want to be able to do those again, because it also could introduce some cool, like you could make your own little course, right? You do this speed trap, make a right, go down there, get that speed zone. That leads you into a drift zone, and then you end it with a hot lap. And then you have all of these connecting things, and then that gives you a little bit of a variety thing to play. It also gives you a reason to build drift cars in the game. Right now, there's none. You do all the drift events, and there's literally no reason to have drift cars. Drift race cars, yes, but pure drift cars, no reason. No reason at all.
I agree.
So that gives you a reason to do that as well. So anyway, I want to repeat the activities. Moving on to number 3, I I want to increase the difficulty of the cops online. I talked about this a little earlier, but it would be really nice, even if they can't do the unlimited cops thing I was talking about, please increase the difficulty so that the cops are even a little bit relevant, you know? And then if you want to increase the difficulty, then when you put out your daily challenges that are like Escape from Heat 5 cops, which is the most difficult, then you can bump that payout because it's a lot harder to earn, right? So you bump the payout to like 50K or something like that. And then it's hard. So you have to work for it, and you want to work for it because the payout's hard, you know? At a minimum, it needs to be like Need for Speed Heat Cops. At a minimum. Right now, it's too easy. It's just too easy. At number 4, I want dedicated off-road races. The Rumble races are nice. They are. But I just think there's opportunity on the map for dedicated off-road. I don't want none of this pavement stuff, the curbs, and the... Just... off-road. I want to race the Raptor off-road. I want jumps. I want off-road. I want rocks. I want whatever. But just give me off-road. I want off-road races. Yeah. And then the last thing, leaderboards. We need leaderboards, dude. I'm not talking about your BS little tiny leaderboard. I want full leaderboards, dude.
Yep.
I want full leaderboards, man. I want to know what I'm doing compared to my friends, compared to randoms, compared to whatever. I want full leaderboards, please.
Yep.
The data is there. You just have to capture it. Just capture it. All right. Jesus. Why is it not in there?
I don't know. I actually don't know why it's not in there. It's literally a racing game, man.
It's a racing game.
Why do we not know what our times are on each race?
I don't know.
It tells you at the end of it, but like
it does. Yeah. But if you don't screenshot that or write it down, good luck ever remembering it again. All right. I feel like we can switch gears a little bit here. We talked a lot about Unbound, but we should talk about what's coming up. This is not the Need for Speed Unbound podcast. This is the Arcade Racer podcast. And so let's talk about some new games for 2023, because there's a lot in here I think that I'm actually excited for. I think there's some cool stuff. I think there's some variety in terms of like the type of games coming out as well. And then I think there's also some stuff for people who like Need for Speed. The first game I want to talk about, we're going to talk about a couple of the bigger games first, because I think those games people are aware of, and we might not have to go too much into detail on these right now. But let's talk about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is... Here's the problem. I probably shouldn't have put it on the list, because everything I can figure out about the game, everything I've watched, all of the dev conversations and whatnot, they're all kind of pointing in the way of simulation. So I don't know if it's an arcade racing game, but I'm excited about it. So I wanted to put it on the list.
Okay.
I really think the way this game is designed, it looks to me like it's going to have some really interesting social mechanics. So like your clothing and your apartment or your house or whatever, your garage, like all that stuff is going to be like little blingy stuff that you are going to want to grind for, right? And you're going to want to drive your favorite car in order to do that. I really haven't seen a whole lot about the actual racing of the game, to be honest with you. But from what I can gather, I think the mechanics, the social mechanics, are going to be really deep, which can make the game really fun. I have zero experience with Test Drive. I didn't play the first one. I know you played it, so you can kind of give me
I played the first one. I was like young, like elementary school, I think, when I was playing it.
Okay.
And I didn't really like play the game, if that makes sense. I would just, like me and my brother, we would just jump on and we would just go and, you would go to like the different dealerships and you would test drive cars and we would just mob them around the map. So I couldn't really give you too much in depth of what the game actually had. That's just the way I played it when I was younger, is we would just go like, oh, I want to drive this Lamborghini, and then, just be driving around the little island forever.
Yeah.
And then go to another dealership. Let me try out this car.
So let me ask you, because like I said, I didn't play test drive before. So when you were doing that, you would test drive the car. You didn't own the car, right?
No, I don't think so.
But you could work for money in order to buy the car, or it was all test driving.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
I don't really. Yeah, I
Well,
was in like elementary school. I'm pretty sure.
well, I'm glad that I said we weren't going to cover it in depth because
Yeah.
we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know too much about it. I
I
did play it, but that's the way that I played it when I was young. Was I would just drive the cars. I still play games that way now.
just drive. Dude, I
drive
noticed
around the map, dude. Just drive around the map sometimes.
I noticed that too when we're playing together too. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm just driving.
It's just what I just drive around the map sometimes, dude.
Yeah. So it's I want to read something about the racing that they've posted on their website because I think this is actually pretty interesting. So it says not just races. It says your racing schedule will also include meetings, transport missions, and convoys. You will become a respected member of the Solar Crown by standing out and getting yourself known. Doors will open and missions will follow. You can't lose sight of the competition's ultimate goal, but you won't always need to be the fastest. Casinos, nightclubs, rooftops, alone or with your trusted circle, you should always be at the right place at the right time. So it's basically saying there is a lot of different ways to progress the campaign and make money and basically and play the game. So I'm pretty excited about that, to be honest with you, because I feel like that's something that Unbound lacks. I think it lacks this variety of things to do online with people. So I'm excited about that. Other than that, the game is visually gonna be stunning. It's gonna be a very nice looking game. All right, let's talk about the Crew Motorfest. The Crew Motorfest is the sequel to the Crew 2. It's the next one in the Crew series, and I think there was such a huge jump in gameplay between the Crew 1 and the Crew 2. The Crew 2 is an excellent game. I would say it's probably the most underrated game for any arcade racer to date. I mean, it's got an insane amount of content, and it's because the devs supported it for 5 years straight. And it's important. Super important. It's something we don't get with Need for Speed. It's something we don't get with, I mean, virtually any game. Even the Forza Horizon series of games didn't get that much support. I mean, they sort of chopped it off after, 3 years or whatever, 4 years. But to go 5 full years of content, releasing new summits every single week, releasing new updates every single month, releasing new major updates every 3 months, it's just an insane amount of content and a crazy amount of work from Ivory Tower, who develops the game. All of that to be said, all of that to say that the Crew Motorfest is actually, hopefully, not much different than the Crew 2. I want it to be similar. I want there to be maybe some different mechanics, maybe some different vehicles, obviously a different location, but I want that same support. The game looks amazing as far as the visuals go. We really haven't seen too much gameplay. In fact, I'm not sure that they've shared any gameplay yet, with the exception of the insiders, the people who got to test the game out. I unfortunately was not one of those people. Not yet, anyway. But what they've shown looks really nice, like really, really nice. The game it's set on a Hawaiian island. It's an open world game. It's not quite 1-to-1 scale, meaning they've shrunk it down a little bit, but just like they did with their Crew 2 map. The Crew 2 map was the whole United States,
the whole US.
but you could drive across it in 30 minutes. So obviously it wasn't the whole US, but yeah, it looks beautiful. It comes out this year, 2023. For anybody who's a little sour on Need for Speed right now, I strongly recommend the Crew Motorfest as your next arcade racing game purchase. If you only get to purchase one off this list that we're going to talk about today, I think the Crew Motorfest is the one.
I agree. Crew's is so fun.
It's just super fun. It also is releasing on a number of different platforms. You got PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, so that's X and S, and Amazon Luna. I don't know anything about Amazon Luna, so
It's probably a streaming.
that's my guess too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cloud gaming type of situation.
Gaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for not knowing what that is, but it's whatever, man. Since I bought a PC, I've completely ignored all different services. So
Same.
The Crew Motorfest, definitely check that out if you guys have not already. All right, let's talk about Wreckreation. First of all, brilliant name, like top notch. It says exactly what this game is in the title. You get to wreck people, and you get to create. I know people were thinking recreation, like, just like we're going to the recreation center to play basketball. Like, no, not that. Rec and creation. Exactly. Perfect title. Great. A little bit of history about the title, though. It used to be what people thought was going to be Dangerous Driving 2, and developed by the same people, and it turned into Wreckreation. So they kind of showcased it a little bit as Dangerous Driving 2. It was similar, but I guess they added some new features, some new modes, music, all that stuff. But basically, in a nutshell, the game is an open world sandbox style racer. And what I mean by sandbox is that you get to add ramps and add all kinds of twisties and jumps and whatever. You get to virtually build the track however you want. You can build it in the sky, you can build it on the ground, you can build it wherever. And I haven't confirmed this yet, but from what I've researched, it looks like you could be like in a server with your friends, and you guys all will be driving around, and someone can place a ramp like while you're driving directly in front of you.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
So you could be like, imagine, dude, you're just like driving down this road, right? And all of a sudden someone is like, ramp, boop, and you just and you just go flying, dude. Like, it'd be hilarious, right? I don't know how I don't know if it's gonna like react that quickly or be that responsive, but it'd be hilarious, definitely. So anyway, that's the game. What are your thoughts on it? Like, you've looked at it a little bit.
I think it's a pretty neat idea. I haven't seen anything about it. You said this would be Dangerous Driving 2?
That was the old title.
I don't know about Dangerous Driving 1. I never heard of that. But this idea of it seems pretty cool. Like, reading through it and stuff, like total sandboxy. Like, like you can, if you want cops in your area that your track's at, you can build a police station and it'll bring cops. You want more cops, build a second one.
Exactly.
Yep. Or like, and the building of the tracks looks really cool too. Like, you can build like insane looking stuff. It's kind of like the Forza Horizon track builder type deal, where you can build all the different ramps going this way, that, whatever, loops and stuff. And I don't know, it seems like a pretty cool idea. I'm interested in giving it a shot.
Same. I'm interested in it, and this will be like, I'm trying to think of another driving game that is not GTA that has cops. I just for some reason my mind's going blank. I mean, I'm not an encyclopedia of arcade racing games, but I just can't think of another game besides Need for Speed Heat and GTA that have cops in it. And people have been wanting a racing game that has cops. So here you go. Yeah. Need for Speed fans, eat your heart out. Wreckreation looks legit. It looks really cool. I hope that it's not buggy. I feel like with the gameplay that has been shown so far, it looks a little bit buggy, but it's early. And so I don't know what the final game is going to look like.
I'm interested in what the game like actually is too, just looking at it, like, I wonder how it plays out. Like, how do you get cars? Can you just pick any car? Is there like an economy to it?
Campaign economy? How does it work?
I'm interested in all that stuff, and I can't really see anything on their website and everything that explains it.
Exactly.
So that's all interesting.
And one last nugget of information about Wreckreation is that the team that's building it was actually part of the previous team that did the Burnout series. So as far as like the crashes and the animations and the physics go, it's going to be very similar to Burnout. It's another game I didn't play very much, but I know it has a lot of fan love. A lot of people love the Burnout games, so sort of has that same feel. When I first saw the title, I actually thought this was a Wreckfest sequel. I actually thought they were connected, but I guess it's not. So anyway, it'll be available only on current gen PS5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S. So no previous gen consoles, no PS4, no Xbox One. All right, let's talk about the next one, which is Monster Energy Supercross 6, which, by the way, is out right now. So you guys can go out and play this right now. It's available on basically everything, PS5 and PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and then Steam. You can buy it there. And it looks like you might even be able to buy it from their website, but I think you have to install it through Steam. It's full console crossplay, which is cool. So you can race against, if you're on PlayStation, you can race against Xbox people, but that word console makes me question the PC side of it. I think PC is by itself. This says full console crossplay. So
Yeah, maybe. I'm not too sure.
me neither. But it looks good. It looks like a motocross or supercross game, and I think it is dedicated Supercross, if I'm not mistaken. So like, if you're getting like MX versus ATV vibes, you might be disappointed, because I think it's legit like Supercross. Like,
yeah, it's just a Supercross
Yes.
track racing, I think, is all it is.
Yep.
But it looks sick. I enjoy those games.
Dude,
I
it
haven't
looks
played
so
a
cool.
Supercross game in a while, but
I might stream it.
fun.
I might stream it. It looks cool. It looks really cool. So anyway, yeah, get that right now. It's out now. So, and it does feature the official 2022 Supercross Championship. So if you're following Supercross and you know what's up with 2022 Supercross Championship, it basically goes along with that. All right, this next one is actually one of my favorites on the list besides the Crew Motorfest, and it's Disney Speedstorm. All right, so I love kart racers, but I haven't played one since like Mario Kart Nintendo 64.
Right.
So it's been a while. It's been a while since I played a kart racer. I think I'm living off of nostalgia, and I think I'm just like remembering the good old days of Mario Kart, and that's why I'm excited. But I'll be honest, this looks good. It looks good, dude. For a Disney game, first of all, it's like super gritty. Like the art style is not, it's not very Disney. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel Disney.
Yeah, the graphics look insane. It
They
does
look
look
great.
like really good, especially for just a kart game, a kart racer.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
It looks insane. I'm super excited about this. This is available right now, I believe, as like early access. They're not done building the game, I believe. You can just get it on early access. You buy one of these founders packs, I guess, and it gives you access to the game. But yeah, dude, I'm super excited. I'm very excited about this game. It's available on all of the PC places: Epic, Steam, Windows, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, X, and Nintendo Switch. So even, dude, it's going after the Mario Kart fans. But it's grabbing me, dude. I'm like, this is giving me old school vibes, and I just want to be Sully from Monsters Inc. and I want to shoot down Mickey. I want to take him down.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Like like you said, when was the last time you played a kart racer? Like, it's been so long since I played a kart racer. They're always fun. And when I was first looking at this game, I wasn't too excited because I was like, it just looks like a regular kart racer. But then I'm like, they're so fun. Like,
they're so fun, dude.
When was the last time I played one, actually?
Hilarious.
It does just look like standard. The tracks look, fun
Party
and exciting, and then it's got like it's got the speed boost,
the boost,
ability boxes that you break, and
stuff you shoot. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks great.
But it's Disney people.
It's Disney characters.
And I'll tell you, since I've had a kid, we've been watching a lot more Disney stuff. Like I didn't really pay attention to Disney at all until we had the kids. So now he's one, and he's full on, Monsters Inc., Cars. Like he's in it. So yeah, dude. If I can play this game. And this is the thing, in like a year, maybe less, he's going to be able to play, dude.
Be playing.
Yes. I mean, it seems young, like 2 years old to be playing a video game, but dude, it's coming. It's coming. So anyway, I'm excited about this one. It's available on all the platforms. It's available right now. All you have to do is, I think you have to buy the Founders Pack, and then you can have access to the game. Again, I believe it's early access. There's still bugs and stuff they're working out, but it looks cool. This is a game I definitely want to stream. I think this thing looks really cool. It'd be really fun to get like 8 of us from the audience, you know, get all the viewers and just go in and play a full-on kart racer. I think that'd be a great time. So
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. So anyway, go get Disney Speedcross. I almost said Mario Kart.
He also said Speedcross and Speedstorm.
Go get Disney Speed Check. Go get Disney Speedstorm. All right. Let's talk about a new Lego game. First of all, Lego games seem to be really fun for everybody. Okay.
Yep.
But secondly, a Lego driving game seems extra fun for me. It's called Lego 2K Drive. It's available this month, May 19th. You'll be able to get this thing. So it's soon. It's coming out like now, a couple weeks. From what I can see, you get to build your own Lego cars, which is amazing. I love that you can stack it brick by brick and build yourself a car. It has a mechanic in it to where when you build a car with too many bricks or whatever, like each brick has a weight to it and an aerodynamics to it. And like you have to be strategic with the way you build your car. You have to build it so where it's like, you know, within a certain class. And like, dude, there's so much depth there that I really want to explore. It just looks super fun. Like, dude, it looks incredible in terms of, you know, visual effects, graphics. It looks great. There's a transition, and you can see it in the trailer. You transition from like jumping into the water, and then it like transitions into a boat. You probably have to like build each car. I don't know. You probably have to like build a boat, and you have to build a car, and then you race, and then anyway.
Kind of like the Crew type.
Yeah, kind of like the Crew too, where you can just like change vehicles. You know, swap vehicles on the fly, which is cool.
And it's super cool. It's an open world too.
It's an open world, which is super rad, dude.
Yeah,
super rad. I don't know.
Bricklandia.
Super original, dude.
Yep. I
can't say that it's better than Wreckreation though. I think Wreckreation got them by a little bit. Bricklandia, I don't know. I don't know if you saw, but I didn't catch whether it was open world, yes, but is it like multiplayer? Like, is it open world multiplayer? People are just driving around doing stuff, and you have like missions, or like, I didn't catch any of that.
I'm not sure. I want to say yes, just based off the fact that it's a 2K game,
right?
But I don't. It didn't. Nothing says it anywhere.
Yeah,
that I can see.
It also strikes me as a game sort of like Hot Wheels Unleashed, where there's going to be various content updates that are planned, already made, that they're going to release throughout the year. It seems to me like it's very structured. I sort of put it in the same boat as like Hot Wheels Unleashed, or even like Minecraft Dungeons. I don't know if there's any Minecraft Dungeons fans out there, but like they had very structured releases. It was like this DLC, and then this DLC, and then this deal, and you have all these different things, and it's all planned, and it's all very clear. And it strikes me as a game like that. So that would be really cool if it is. And yeah, man, I'm excited about this game as well. It's only a couple weeks away, and I'm definitely gonna get it. We're gonna showcase this on May 19th. I want to be streaming this game, so this is fun for sure. Last game of the podcast, CarX Street. So CarX Street is out right now on mobile. You can go get it. I believe on iOS and Android you can go play it. I downloaded it, but I didn't play it. I'm not a fan of playing games on mobile, to be honest with you. Unless it's like a weird top-down game that's like super addicting. That's different. But racing games, it feels a little weird to play a racing game on mobile because you can't really feel the steering. So you don't really know, like, I don't know. I just never got used to like where my stick was at, because I can't, anyway. So that being said, I'm waiting for this to come out on PC, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because The release date on Steam says coming soon. It has said coming soon for 2 years. So I don't know if soon is like sometime in the next decade we'll have it on PC, or if soon is 2023. The CarX people have said 2023, but they also said 2022. So take this with a grain of salt. I think this is coming this year. I think we're going to see it this year. They are nearing a 1.0 update for the mobile version. So right now they're on 0. Whatever. They're coming close. Their 1.0 update is around the corner within the next couple of months. So I think once they have the 1.0 update, then they'll start to port it over to PC. That's my guess anyway. But I can't wait. The game looks phenomenal. I mean, the screenshots that they've got on Steam, the videos that I've seen on YouTube for the mobile version, if it looks like that, and the customization is like their CarX drift racing, dude, we're in for an amazing game. This is what I would consider the closest competitor to Need for Speed. It has the same vibes. It's got the customization. It doesn't have the licensing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
I
man.
will say though, it's like it's street, so the mechanics, like the actual way the car feels when you drive it, might be a little bit different. But we did play a little bit of the CarX drift racing, and it definitely felt. It didn't feel bad, but it was definitely a game like, oh yeah, this was a mobile game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, this was a mobile game that got ported.
The handling felt like it came from a mobile game, definitely.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I'm okay with it.
It wasn't bad, though. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's 10 times better than the drifting in Need for Speed Unbound. We'll put it that way.
I agree. I agree with that. Yeah,
so I'm okay.
Unbound is bad.
I'm okay with that. As long as they don't mess up. I think the handling in CarX Street is going to be very similar. I think it's going to be a lot of drifting, because that's kind of the background of this company that made it. So I think it'll be similar, but I definitely hope for a little bit more grip. A little more grip.
I think they might, because they have on one of the pictures they have like two like cars, and one says Drift Devils and the other says Speed Hunters. So maybe there's like two sides of it.
Two different clans or something like that, or two different like God, what do you want to call them? Like in Destiny, you've got like Hunters, Titans, Warlocks, like different like different car types, classes. Yeah, that'd be cool. It is classified as an MMO in Steam, or that it offers that.
Is it really?
Oh wait, I'm stupid. I'm just reading this box that says, "Is this game relevant to you? Sign in." And then it just has
that too. I see that.
It just has a list of different game types, and I'm over here like, "Yep, CarX Street is an MMO."
MMO, online PvP, co-op.
It's all of those.
Team achievements.
And it's a single player game. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I don't like what? MMO. I'm stupid. I've never played an MMO in my life. Oh wait, that's not true. I played Elder Scrolls Online. That's an MMO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Played Elder Scrolls Online. Yep, CarX Street, Elder Scrolls Online, interchangeable.
Same.
Anyway, I'm excited for CarX Street. That's the whole thing. It looks phenomenal as far as graphically and the environment. It just looks really cool. So I can't wait for it to come out. CarX Technologies, you guys need to hurry up, put this thing out, man. I'm ready to play it. Yeah, let's end it here, man. I appreciate you going on this venture with me. There's going to be more. I want to do one of these every single month. I don't want to overload us. We got a lot going on, man. A lot of editing, a lot of videos, multiple channels. I'm up to 4 channels now. 4.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All
right.
A lot.
It done. We are getting
a
it
lot.
Done.
So anyway, thank you guys. If you made it this far in the podcast, it's insane. Appreciate it. Look for the next one early June. We're going to do one every month. Just keep you guys updated on arcade racing games all types of arcade racing games. As you can see, we covered motocross, kart, street racing games, all kinds of stuff today.
Yep.
So anyway, that's it. All right. Catch you on the next one. Early June. Bye.
Bye.